Hi everyone, Flying Players here, and welcome back to another YouTube video on the channel. And today, guys, we are going to be doing our match review for last night's game. Alright, guys, Essendon versus St Kilda match review from the AAMI Community Series. Now, this game again was going to be quite a good one. I could just tell it was going to again really answer some questions that we had about two teams that really are going to want to push for the top 8 this year, and knowing the teams that will probably stay in there, there's not going to be too many spots, and there's many teams contending, so this game is going to mean a lot as it's two top 8 teams that could make the 8 really going up against it. And I did think that we saw kind of that. This game kind of gave that. Now, obviously, there'll be more match reviews coming out throughout the course of today and tomorrow, as well as one on Tuesday, and then after that there'll be no AFL match reviews in the AFL season, as I'm going to be posting a video explaining a little bit of a schedule. But anyway, we're going to be hopping into this one. So this game was again played at Marvel Stadium last night. And this one was going to be interesting. This one came in probably one of the most 50-50 games you had. You had Melbourne Carlton. Most people thought that Melbourne were going to get the job done. Then you had Brizzy Dogs, which, I mean, again, that one was 50-50. You had Hawthorn Richmond, which I think that one, based on like a community ranking, would have been 50-50 as well, even though I had a good thought that Richmond will win. Then Port Adelaide, where you knew who was going to win that. And then you've got this game, which this one was 50-50. Really, any team could have won this one. Now, Essendon, probably what cost them the match was their inaccuracy. 9-17-71, played St Kilda 12-10-82. Converted just 2 of them goals in, just converted 2 of them behinds into goals, and you would have won just like that. Now, obviously, it sounds very easy to say, and on the night, maybe their shots were from a harder angle, and St Kilda, maybe they were manned up in defence, ready to go to stop that squaring ball if it was like that. Or they just did not have their kicking boots on last night, which penultimately lost them the game. If you converted those goals, those behinds into goals, you could have kicked very accurately and won the game by a lot. So, again, it was just lucky enough to go St Kilda's way on the night. St Kilda had Jade Gresham coming back. He was pretty good. And the Bombers, they were alright as well. They still were decent. Even though they lost, they still were decent. Now, they never let St Kilda get out of their eyesight. They never let them hit the scoreboard too much. I think the highest was about 20-ish, 30 points, 25. And St Kilda never managed to get away from the Bombers, because whenever they started getting rolling, 25 points, the Bombers just kicked a goal or two just to bring the margin back. Now, Essendon never led in this game, which is a bit of a problem if you're trailing the whole game, especially when you're kicking like this. But again, full credit to St Kilda, who were the better team on the night pretty much. And yeah, they were just good. They had a good team. Dan Butler kicked the first 2 goals in the match. He was electric. And then paid tribute to Shane Warne at the start of the match, which was even more electric as well. And that was good, and maybe that just spurred them on to take the game away, St Kilda. And of course, Shane Warne, a big member, a big fan of the St Kilda Footy Club. So by saying no means would have it been easy out there for them that night. Obviously of his passing, but they showed him that they are still a good team, definitely fighting for top 8 this year. And after that performance, that does show us that there is a chance for them, as they may be one of the underdogs that might not make the top 8. But that just goes to show that that's good. But for Essendon, if they were a little bit more accurate, they would have won the game. So nothing bad on Essendon, just 2 very good top 8 teams going at it. And I think it was very close in the end, and this is just the way it was meant to go last night. We'll go and have a look at some stats. So here we are. The Bombers brought it right back late into the match, and then the Saints just kicked a couple of goals late. The big Max King goal at the end sealed the deal for the Saints. And at the start, it was just these consistent quarters. There was not a lot of action going on. You could see it was just the Saints. They were just pretty much just hobbling along like they were just going at a consistent pace every turn, which I didn't get out to any big leads or anything crazy like that. The biggest lead I can see on his about 25 points at that stage right there before just on the stroke of half time, and then obviously the smallest would have been about about there-ish or there. So the Bombers did bring it back, and they were breathing down the throat of St Kilda the entire game. They were just there, didn't really do anything. They were just sitting there right behind them on their tail, but they just did not really pounce at all. They waited for St Kilda to get out to the big lead, and then they pounced, brought back a couple of goals, and it was kind of sitting at about that 15 or so, 15, 10-point margin. Pretty much 15 for the entirety of the match, 10-15 for the entirety of the match, with little spurts where the Bombers came back, brought it under, and when the Saints went out and made it further. But yep, Timmy Membry and Peter Wright kicking 3 goals on the night. Bradley Hill only did 28 touches, so no one really averaged over 30. A little bit scrappy, you could probably say. Ron Marshall, 101 fantasy, probably the only player that got over 100 fantasy. Will Snelling with the 10 tackles. Now, that is pretty much it. Hunter Clark is not sure what's happening with him. Yes, Ron Marshall is the only player that got over 100 fantasy. The Jai Caldwell going well with the 98. And 24 disposals for Marshall and Caldwell, really getting up to their best. Parrish, you could normally lock him in for 30 every game, but 25 is still more than fine. Obviously, handballing a fair bit as well. Darcy Parish doesn't mind the handballs either. But yeah, there was plenty of players that got like over 20 or 20, but yeah, it was a little bit more different, a different kind of game almost, this one. But this was 2 good teams going at it, like still only collecting the 20 last night, and only going to 65 disposal efficiency. Because you can get like tons of the footy, right? You can get like 40 touches, but if you average it like 30 disposal efficiency, that does not show that you're using the ball well. So you'd rather be like, get like, who averaged 100? They got like get 13 disposals and get your 100 disposal efficiency. First touch for Windhager last night as well, and even going to like 90 or 80, and even just the higher end of 70 is still fine. But yeah, you want to be making sure that you're not producing too many turnovers. We're going to go have a look at some general stats now. So the Saints had a little bit more of the footy. This was a very evenly matched game. The Bombers went inside 50 more. Disposal efficiency, and even the inside 50 efficiency, 30 shots from 52 inside 50s, 22 from 42. So Essendon were winning that. They just were inaccurate, if you almost get that. Which, that doesn't really show this. That doesn't really show. But 9-17, how many shots is that? That's 26 compared to 12, 10, 22. So yeah, the Bombers could have definitely made better out of that. And Bombers smashed the Saints in the hit-outs. And then clearances were pretty even. Contested possessions and turnovers. The Saints actually made more turnovers than the Bombers, maybe allowing them more chances and still messing them up. Pretty similar in marks, except in intercepts. Bombers had that one under control, and contested marks. But marks inside 50, very even, and marks in general, very even. As I said, Saints led the whole game. Bombers did not lead at all. They were on their throat, like they were right behind them the whole game on the tail. They just didn't put up a good enough effort in the end. And then we got tackles inside 50s, bounces 1%. So that's pretty much it. For this one was going to be a very good game. We could just tell pretty much. And we got that. It was a good game, and there was some of the like Bombers younger players who were standing out. Like you can see Perkins is getting up there. Peter Wright was fantastic last night. Parrish, Ridley, McGrath, Draper played a pretty good game last night as well. We'll have a look at the hit-outs. Obviously, the main ruckman for the Bombers is Sam Draper, and he's really coming across. As Rowan Marshall's he's not one of the best, but he's a very good ruckman. And Sam Draper, probably underrated almost, if you ask me. Possibly, he almost is forgotten a little bit like that. But yeah, he had a good game last night, and he went back, took an intercept in the defence line, kicked a goal, fantastic. And yeah, that's pretty much this. Hunter Clark is out. I'm just going through everyone else, but I'm pretty sure that'll be it. But yeah, Oh, and Billings is also out. And Ben Hobbs, unfortunately enough, did not get a touch, did not get a go last night, which is very disappointing if you ask me. I reckon the Bombers should have just taken him out, even if you didn't, bring him out for too long. But if he was stuck on the interchange the whole game, what a disappointing start to your career that would be. And now, you technically can't put him in the round 1 team. You haven't seen him. You don't know what you're going to expect of him. So, they should have tried him out last night. Even though the game was on the line, yes, I know, but, the two players that, you did not bring on the ground were Nick Bryan, who played well. Martin played well. But, Ben Hobbs, you really should have tried him out last night. And yeah, everyone else got a crack apart from them. So the Saints used every single player, even if it was just for a little bit of time. Windhanger got 1 touch. Doesn't matter. They just need to be out there pretty much. So this what top 8 clashes might look like in 2022. These are definitely 2 very good teams going after it. 2 very evenly matched teams, and this is the result that we've got. Maybe more match reviews coming over the course of today and tomorrow, and then the singular one on Tuesday as well. So, yeah, that's going to be exciting. But that's going to be it for this one. Giants Collingwood will come out later today. Sydney, North Melbourne debating. I might save that for tomorrow. I might bring it out today. I'm not quite entirely sure. Obviously, then we've got the normal stuff going out today as well. Now, also, if you are interested, my viewer predictions are coming out later. They're not coming out this weekend after I've decided to do this. I'm going to push them back again. I know you guys are going to be mad at me for that, but I just have to push them back. I do hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you care. See you guys in the next another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. So bye guys. 5 players out.